Hey everybody, this video is specifically going to go up on my YouTube. I know a lot of you guys on YouTube know that I don't do YouTube videos very often, but a few of you guys in my last YouTube video said you guys want more of this. And I also have some comments on my last YouTube video talking about Realm Royale and the Realm Royale's future, or Realm Royale's future in general. My kitty is in the background right now, and she's in heat, and so she's very, very horny. So you'll probably hear her screaming at some points during this video. But this is more or less going to be my podcast-esque version take on what's going on right now. I really don't know how long this is going to be, and I'm really trying not to make it, I don't know what the right word is, but I'm just trying. There's no layout. I mean, it really isn't planned. I'm just straight up, this video is just going to be me, like, laying out my feelings about what's going on, some of the things Thor has said, and some of the potential plans for Realm Royale's future. So just to give you guys an idea as to what you're going to be listening to over the next however long during this video. Obviously, when I post it, you're going to see the length of it, so you'll know how long it's going to be. But the main points of this are going to be just me essentially talking about how I personally think this whole Realm Royale revitalization, or the Realm Royale revitalization idea and topic. And then also just get in more detail about some of the specific things that are going to be involved in revitalizing Realm Royale, and then what my personal take is once I kind of tell you guys all of the things that I know and, you know, the facts. So essentially I want to get out some of the facts, tell you guys exactly what is happening from, like, the book's standpoint or point of view, and then I want to go in and kind of, like, put it into words, and then I want to review those words with you guys and then put my own spin on it and tell you my personal opinion on the situation. As you guys know, I'm not a Lanio and no fucking shit over on Octane Pro's part either, but I'm not a Lanio and an Octane Pro TV, and you guys know what I mean by that. I'm not gonna clickbait, you know, and I'm not even saying that as a bad thing, because there's a certain level of clickbait that is extremely acceptable, and I don't think that either one of those people crossed that line. I don't care, who gives a fuck. You know, if you're part of the Realm community, you know about all that drama that happened between those two people. I don't give a fuck. This is not any of that. I don't make those videos. I'm not here to put videos on YouTube for clicks. Most of my YouTube videos get no clicks anyway. So this is just me straight up. I wanted to have some kind of longevity, or a video that's going to be online past just a Twitch VOD, and, you know, have at least my opinion on what's going on, so it's there. So when we see what actually does happen, we can say, oh wow, Adam was completely wrong, or hey, that was actually pretty cool of him to make. And I don't, you know, I don't put a lot of my time into YouTube in general, anyway. So, you know, all of my time and energy goes into Twitch. Anyway, I want to get into the video. It's been long enough already. So here's what we know. And I'm just going to pull up a couple different things. And hold on, let me just... There's going to be a few things on this scene that you guys are like, what the fuck's going on? So let me remove all this extra bullshit off your screen for you real quick. I'll even just get rid of this cam. I don't really give a fuck. Okay. So, what you're seeing right here is the Hi-Res Studios homepage, careers. A lot of you guys already know this part, but I just wanted, for people who don't know, this is a real thing. It's not just word of mouth. Like, it's an actual thing going on. They have an actual Realm Royale game designer position available on their Hi-Res website. So I know I've talked about this a lot on stream. I've even talked about it before in videos as well. As this has announced in the last couple of weeks, really. I've been talking about it a lot, specifically over on Twitch. But not only are they looking for a Realm Royale specific game designer, but they're also looking for other data analysts specifically for Realm Royale. And there's a bunch of other wording in here that imply that Realm Royale is going to be receiving a new development team. Now, the amount of people in that development team hasn't been disclosed at all, but we're assuming it's a very small amount of people. I don't even want to throw out a word or a number because I don't really know. But what I want to say too is this is kind of another thing here separately from that, posted 13 days ago, so less than 2 weeks ago. Realm Royale game designer on gamejobs.co. This is everything that's showing here. So this is multiple places. So, you know, your response to this kind of stuff could be, oh, it's Realm Royale. Oh, you know, I'm very hesitant to believe any of this. Is that outdated information? Is that a fake posting, an old posting? You know, whatever. There's plenty of conversation to be had when that kind of stuff gets brought up. But the reality is it's new, it's real, and it's up to date, and these are things happening. Now, I don't want you guys to shut the video off immediately thinking I'm just going to go into all these amazing optimistic points of view and this whole game is about to pop off and Realm's coming back, guys, woo. Because I want to say, like right off the get-go here in the video, I watched the Dads in Gaming podcast, the most recent one. I actually watched over an hour of it before and after. I also watched Thor's Twitch stream over the last week, and I've basically been in every minute of every one of his Twitch streams for the last fucking week. So I've been trying to not only listen to what he has to say, but, you know, get information and hear his passion and figure out what's going on. I mean, obviously, Realm Royale has meant a lot to me, and he means a lot to me. And he's been an inspiration just forever. So, you know, speaking of Thor, real quick, for anybody that doesn't know anything about the most recent Twitch leak, I just recently talked about it in my video. But Thor actually, on that list of 10,000 leaked revenue, 10,000, the top 10,000 Twitch streamers had their revenue leaked. That's a whole nother story, and I talked about it in a different video. But just to let everybody know, Thor was on that. List, and he actually got 3660. You can see it right here, 3660. I have a extension on my browser, so it literally shows the number rank of money they made right next to their name. You can see it on all of these people. Same for myself. Just got a quick flex because I like Thor so much. I got 3744. We almost got the exact same number. So just all things considered, Thor being someone I really, really inspire to be and, you know, gave me some passion I have for Realm, I thought that was really fucking cool. And I think if anybody has passion for the game, that is kind of a showing for it. You know, that not only means that him and I both had similar influence in the game, we had similar support. We had, you know, of course he gets hundreds of viewers every time, I get 20, but that's besides the point because I got canceled. Everybody thought I view-botted, blah, blah, blah. None of that matters. This is not the video for that. But yeah, I think the main reason I got canceled is because I'm mean. But I mean, you know, that, like I said, another topic. If I'm going to get canceled for being mean, that's fine with me. I'd rather get canceled for that, being honest and mean versus being fake nice, and then 3 years down the line everybody thinks I'm a person who's fake and trying to be nice. You know, I'd rather just be, yeah, I'm an asshole, you know, is what it is. Anyway, I'm getting off topic. So you can see I obviously impacted a lot of people's lives, so did Thor. And the reason why I bring that up is because if there's anybody in the community that has any kind of influence on people, whether that's new people coming in or old people coming back, it would be Thor. He is a good face and somebody who actually cares, and he's not just some fucking coming out of high school, I got a degree in game design. Let's see, this game has chickens. And I've said all this in my recent video. I don't need to go too into it. This video is more so I'm trying to encapsulate my personal opinion on it and what's actually going to happen and go on from here on out. But so now that I've got all of that out of the way, I just wanted to let you guys know that I am kind of up to date, and I've been trying to keep in touch with Thor, or at least listen to him and what his plans are. And it became clear to me pretty quickly in watching his content, Thor. And Thor, you can come in, message on, comment on this video, tell me where I'm wrong, tell me where I'm right, whatever you want to do. I'm hoping you and or other people watch this. Because it is something I feel really strongly about. But I want to get into kind of more or less what I wanted to talk about in the video today. Now that we've gone over the things that are probably and or potentially happening, I mean, Realm Royale is going to be making a comeback clearly in some way. Thor has been talking about it. It's re-deving. He's got interviews coming this week. So this is something that's kind of in progress, but also there's plenty of people that are invested in this narrative that Thor's been live a few days during the week. He's been kind of having an open Q&A with the community, asking questions, talking about his game plan for the game and all of the updates he would like to implement, where he thinks balance isn't going to be good, where balance needs to be fixed, etc. And they talk about, even in the Dads and Gaming podcast, as well as the Theory Crafting with Lanio Twitch stream they did the other day. They talk a lot about balance changes and a lot of things that they're going to do, and a lot of ideas that they have to keep the game kind of afloat, if you will. And here's the thing. I will say I definitely noticed over these streams that I've watched with Thor, the Dads and Gaming podcast, the Theory Crafting, the live Twitch streams that I've been constantly joining in on from Thor over the last week. And I really don't want this to come off negative, because you guys know how much love I have for that game and how much I've put into it, and just in general how much of an optimistic / fucking passionate person I can be and am, especially when it comes to Realm Royale, considering everything that's gone down in that realm for me. You know that my insight here, it comes from a place of it comes from my heart, and so I don't want this to just be seen as me being a pessimistic asshole, because it'll definitely be viewed that way by many, especially people who don't know me. But this is my thoughts. It's been very obvious to me that the server status of Realm Royale and the amount of latency, the amount of lag, the amount of hitching and hiccuping, etc., has become essentially the main reason for everyone currently that is getting into the game, that finds out about Realm Royale, of very bad taste, and in which they eventually stop playing, and it has forced almost everybody who used to play off of the game. And the only reason the game still exists, shout out to everybody that still plays Realm, are literally the people who are playing on the shitty laggy servers. And the people that try to play the blame game and say it's their ISP or their internet or nodes somewhere, or that's the internet's issue, it has nothing to do with any of that. Just FYI, I know there's some people out there, some Neanderthals, that might think that that's the case. But it's not. It's simply, and I'm actually going to play a clip here from the Dads and Gaming podcast, just a small little clip, because Thor actually talks about me, and I'm not sharing more than just the part that's in reference to me and the things that they've talked about, but I thought this was really cool, and a really good part of the podcast that brings to light a lot of things that I'm about to talk about and have just talked about, because there's clearly people that care about this game in support of what's happening with Realm and the revitalization of it. And so I just want to show you guys, I've actually reached out to Thor directly about this whole topic. And essentially, he's going to tell you this, and I'll preface before I play this little clip. I want to say, essentially, what I think is going to end up happening is, well, you know what? Let me play this clip, and you'll be able to understand more why I say this, I think, and I'll be able to explain it better. So here we go.
Glock and Goldie, those were kind of our three points there. So leading it up
closely by content.
Sure.
Like
sure.
3 and 4 are kind of like in that mix.
Yeah. So I think Thor,
okay, right here,
of value to kind of throw to your side of the world too. You know, we didn't get your thoughts and feelings there, but where do you go when
by the way,
someone drops the keys to the kingdom to you? Granted, not a blank check as we're understanding this, but working within the confines of a small budget and minimal changes. Where does your head go when it's like, there are 3 things that you can do in the next 6 months? What are they?
Yeah, to kick this off, it's AdaMaZe. You guys know who he is. He's been in the community forever. He sent me probably like a 2-page rant. I want to say rant, but in a good way. It was spirited. He was passionate. He said, and I'm going to summarize it here. Okay. It's like, before anything happens, before you accept, if you do get accepted, you have to make them promise you that their like server investigation is going to be the #1 thing that you look into. And I have to agree. I have to agree. So there's a couple different things here that if he says that the servers got mitigated or moved over to the cloud, and you guys were talking about that previously as well.
Yeah, with Azure.
Yeah, and I actually didn't know if that was true or not, just because, and again, I'm not platform. So normally when you discuss game design or game development companies, platform is what takes care of usually servers and all that kind of stuff. When everything's breaking, you blame platform. Like, come on, platform, what are you doing? And I was talking to Hi-Res Lancelot about 6-8 months ago, and he mentioned Dallas in the sense of like, oh yeah, well, we got these match IDs. I can tell that you're pinging from Dallas here, and I can see that there's a degradation of server status, whatever. And so when he mentioned Dallas, I thought to myself, okay, well, sometimes servers are based in Dallas or based Virginia or whatever. And I had some familiarity with Azure from Gigantic. We actually turned them down because the cost of running servers for Gigantic back in Seattle, and this is like right when they came out, was just astronomical. We're like, oh, we're not doing that. And again, I'm not familiar with platform. I just secondhand. But that's true. Like, if we don't get the servers fixed, like, what is the point? Like, nobody's gonna want to. And is there a cap? Is there a limit? Are we ever going to be able to have more than 15, 20, 30 people? I think yes. So the answer to that should be yes. We can do it.
Should be
yes.
We
can build it.
It worked originally. Like,
and I don't want to keep playing because I'm gonna pause it there because they actually it kind of segues off into another kind of few. I kept listening for another half an hour, and they actually don't really get into talking more detail as to what's going to happen to the servers and whether or not they are going to be able to have more than 30 players at a given time on a server. And something you'll notice, you'll hear Octane Pro in the background say something Azure. I believe Azure is, however it's pronounced. That's the company that is hosting, and this is something that's been confirmed, that sometime around April, May last year, so over a year and a half ago now, they changed from physical actual servers for all of Hi-Res games, all of them. And they swapped over to the cloud-based Azure platform or setup. Now, that fact in itself is the reason why I'm about to go into saying the point of this video. And this is the time when we're going to get into some hot takes. I know it's already been 19 minutes. This is definitely longer than I expected it to be, but if there's people in here that care, they'll care enough to listen to everything. But my personal opinion, based on Thor's response there, the words he used, the things he said, the way that he's acted anytime server stability questions have been arisen in his chat and talked about, this is my take. So you think about it this way, right? All of high-res games, we have Smite and Paladins. There are other games, but they're not worth noting. These are the other two games. They have Smite, Paladins, and Realm Royale, okay? Smite and Paladins, over the last roughly year and a half, ironic, right? When they switched to cloud servers, the player bases and communities over on those two games have been complaining about very, very bad lag on Paladins and Smite. That needs to be noted because that has been happening and it's a fact for almost 2 years. So right around that April-May timeframe that I told you guys about earlier when they switched to cloud servers. So that would just solidify the fact that we already know is they switched over to cloud servers and it affected the server status. Obviously, over the last year and a half, they've had plenty of server resets, server reallocations, whatever you want to say, server resets, maintenance, blah, 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 blah. It's gotten better. It's gotten worse. The community said that it gets really good, and then it gets bad again, and then it gets bad. The general consensus is all of high-res servers are fucked. And you can't just say, oh, Paladins is fine, oh, Smite is fine. Because if you do that, you're not acknowledging something extremely important. And that important thing that you're not acknowledging is Smite and Paladins are instance-based, 12 players at maximum at any given time. And actually, I think it's 10 is at maximum. You have 5 on one team, 5 on another team. So the maximum amount of players that are in any given instanced server situation where they're on an active cloud server together is 10. It's literally capped at 10. So you have servers that are capped at 10 players, yet they're still complaining about lag. And obviously, it's not anywhere near as severe as Realm Royale. And if there's anybody that comes from Realm Royale and starts to play things like Paladins or Smite, you would probably say there's not even an ounce of lag on either of those games because the frequency in which it happens over in 10-player capped instanced server lobbies, Smite and Paladins, almost never. You bring it over to Realm Royale, you've got Thor talking about lowering the amount of players, but down to 60. I mean, you can't have a battle royale with 10 people in it. It's not a battle royale. So that's not even an option. So here is my theory, and we'll find out if this reigns true. And I'm about to end the video because I do not want this to go for like a half an hour or something insane. But I do want to get my point across is that as pessimistic as this sounds, I am going to be uninstalling Realm Royale, and I actually don't plan to play it hardly at all. And I'm actually quite upset about this whole situation in all reality. Oh yeah, it all comes out now at the end. But no, I didn't want you guys to think that I was like upset or mad or anything, but I am. Like I actually am. And the reason is this. Thor has given this hope to people who used to play the game. There's a bunch of false hope, and I'm not saying this is Thor's fault. Please don't think that. That is not what I'm saying. Thor is a passionate person, and the reason why I'm using him as an example is because his passion and his optimism and love for the game has created this hope in people because there's genuine people who genuinely believe in someone like him. And that's scary, and it's sad, and it's sad because the company can't match that, and I know that. And so I think we have to realize that. I think we have to get to a point where we realize Hi-Rez as a company cannot match Thor, and that they don't deserve him. And you know, a lot of people feel the same way, but I feel like Realm is like my ex-girlfriend who cheated on me, and now she's back in my DMs right now via Thor's stream, and me watching his stream is kind of making me fall back in love a little bit again with her as I message her back and talk with her and see her passion, see she actually does love me and the game wants to love me. But you know, she's probably gonna go and cheat on me again. You know, that's the thing is, yeah, I might take her back, my ex-girlfriend, but the reality is it's probably just gonna be the same bullshit all over again, because at the end of the day, she's still that shitty, fucked up person. And sure, not every time is that the case, and people can change, and gaming companies can change for the better, sure. But is that the majority of the time? Majority of the time, no. Is that 1% of the time? Probably. Yeah, it's probably like 1%, maybe 2%. But yeah, so this is my thoughts right here. Thor is going to get rehired. He's going to get in there. He's going to go wild. You know, he's going to fucking give it his all. He's going to get a few proper teammates in there. There's going to be a new development team. They are going to send him on a quest to investigate further these server issues, because they have 2 other games, Smite and Paladins, that are working just fine, right? So they have to investigate further as to why Realm is so bad in comparison. It can't be that much worse. But the simple fact that they refuse to acknowledge, I guess, because they're fucking stupid or something, is we're trying to get 30 to 60 players in a single instanced game on Realm Royale. You can't do that on Azure. You can't do that on cloud servers. It's not a thing that can be, it's not a thing that can happen in real life. So here comes to my last point. Like I said, I've been in Thor's streams every day for the last week or more. All his talking points, they do mention servers, but there's never details about the servers and how they're going to get fixed. And here's why. They can't be. There's no such thing as a low cost, high impact server fix. It doesn't exist. What does exist is an extremely high cost, extremely high impact fix for servers, but that's not low cost. Like, we're looking for low cost, high impact. Server fix in moving servers from the cloud back to physical servers, that's not a low cost, high impact at all. That's actually, it's not the opposite. It's not a low impact. It would be an extremely high impact, but it's the opposite of low cost. It's literally probably the most expensive move or decision they could make. But it's the only decision that they can make to fix the servers. And you know, I'm speaking from a naive standpoint. I'm looking from the outside in. I've never been a game designer. I've never been on platform design. I don't have any clue how much servers cost, or if the virtual server world, Azure, if that could handle 30 to 60 players in a battle royale environment. Fucking prove me wrong. Do it, you know? But my personal take is that will never be achievable, which is why I'm jumping off the bandwagon right now. I'm done giving my Realm Royale viewers hope. I'm done pushing this narrative that it's going to get redevved, even though it's all true and I'm not misleading anyone. The more and more I think about it, and the more I talk to Thor, and the more I listen to him talk about the servers, and the more I realize there really is no plan. And the reality is, it's more than likely never going to happen, and it more than likely won't ever happen, because it's not low cost, high impact. It's not going to fall under all of the things Thor says it needs to fall under, and that's a fact. We won't be able to get the servers back to a physical state from cloud, which is what's required to get the game to be playable again and enjoyable for me. Anyway, I'm pulling up on almost 30 minutes. I wanted it to be maybe 20 minutes, and so we talked an extra 10. But I feel like I did a good job at explaining my opinion on this. I'm not trying to shit on anybody who has hope, because here we are. I mean, Realm Royale takes one left turn where they should have turned right here, and the entire community that used to know them is gone. I think a lot of their focus is on new player accounts, because I was listening to the Dads and Gaming podcast, and they talked about how the newer accounts and retaining those newer players is more of an interest to them, because most of the older players probably won't be coming back. But they're trying to find ways to retain the newer accounts that are still being created for this game, because it still gets traffic somehow. But they, you know, I just personally, with everything I know and all the connections I have and everything I've heard, there is no logical, low-cost, high-impact method of fixing the servers. And if that can't happen, my game can't be revived. And that's all I can say about it. I'm not even going to talk about any other details about the balances or anything they talked about, because the only thing that matters is the servers. And if we can't fix the fucking servers and get them to a playable state, if Hi-Rez isn't willing to put in the money for physical servers and they're going to play a battle royale on a cloud-based server to try and milk more money out of us, you can go fuck yourself with that bullshit, Hi-Rez. Fuck you guys, and ain't nobody coming back to your bullshit game. I love you, Thor, but if you don't fucking kick them and that company upside the ass until they fucking listen to you and get this server fix roadmap in your hands, give you a logical, reasonable roadmap that is low cost, high impact, believable by you, that the servers will be fixed and we won't deal with this absolute bullshit, embarrassment, lag royale, bullshit ass cancer game. Okay, sorry, I'm getting a little carried away here. I need to be taken off the stage. I love you guys, thank you, and I love Realm Royale, but fuck Hi-Rez, and don't get any more hopes, because they probably won't be real. Love you, bye.